If you have spent any amount of time on the internet, odds are you have at least heard of the Pixar Theory, or the idea that all the Pixar films fit together in one way or another. Yes, even Cars 2. And with The Incredibles 2 now out in the wild, we are able to take a look at it and try to figure out how it fits into this large puzzle, which is what we're going to cover today. Of course, that means spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, turn away now. If you have, let's begin. If you enjoy this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button and click the bell to be notified when we upload fresh content. The Pixar Theory. Before we dive into things with The Incredibles 2, let's take a moment to go over the basics of the Pixar Theory to familiarize you with some of what we are talking about. Basically, the idea is that all of the Pixar films fall onto one linear timeline, starting with The Good Dinosaur, running through Brave, the rise of the supers in the Incredibles films, the fall of mankind and the rise of machines, leading to Cars and eventually WALL-E, humanity's return, and the evolution of animals into monsters in the far future. Now, eventually, the monsters develop a reliance on humans as a source of energy and create time travel technology in order to harness the power of emotions from all throughout time. It sounds a bit far-fetched, I'll admit, but honestly, when you think about it, it actually makes a lot of sense. There are enough little details linking the films, so there has to be something there. Now, let's see how The Incredibles 2 fits into this theory, starting with the tech. The first Incredibles brought with it the first hints of what the machines would eventually become in the Pixar-verse with the introduction of Syndrome's Omnidroid, which showed signs of being able to think and act on its own. And Incredibles 2 further builds on the tech front by bringing with it both dev tech and the movie's villain, the Screenslaver. Evelyn, aka the Screenslaver, is a certifiable tech genius and is the mastermind behind all of DevTech's technological innovations. At one point in the film, while speaking with Elastigirl, Evelyn states that humans will always look for the easiest option. When push comes to shove, they will always choose convenience. And she's not wrong, as shown with the future of humanity as seen in WALL-E. Humanity has completely given up all difficulty, all challenges. This is the future the Screenslaver predicted. This is the part of human nature that she tried to manipulate and use to her ends. Energy crisis. As the theory states, at the end of the timeline as it stands now, the monsters begin to harvest human emotions to power their world. At the beginning of Monsters, Inc., fear is considered the most potent energy source, only for joy and laughter to be found to be more powerful by the end. Now, how does this connect to The Incredibles 2? Well, it all comes down to the state of the world in that film and a little bit of a logical leap. See, as we discussed earlier, the monsters harvest human emotions via time travel, so it stands to reason that they could theoretically have visited the Age of Supers in their pursuit of energy. The theory here goes that an emotion's potency as a power source comes down to how prominent it is at any given time. And at the start of Incredibles 2, the world is a very terrifying place. Crime is seemingly everywhere. Now, how do we know this for sure? Well, not only does the CEO of DevTech flat out say this, but also look at how easily Elastigirl finds her first new supervillain after returning to the big time. It doesn't really take that long at all. By the end of the film, however, things are significantly less dour, with the return of supers bringing with it hope and joy, which could correspond with the increase in Joy's power. This is a bit more of a leap than the tech aspect of the film, but when you think about it, the connection is there. Minor connections. Of course, outside of these major details, in classic Pixar style, there are a few little Easter eggs that connect the film to the other movies the animation studio has put out. First is the appearance of the Pizza Planet truck from the first Toy Story film that has popped up in almost every Pixar film, this time appearing briefly as Elastigirl captures the decoy Screenslaver, who is actually revealed to be a pizza delivery guy. Then there is the Chinese food boxes that the Parr family is seen eating out of, that are identical to the ones seen in numerous other Pixar films, including A Bug's Life and Inside Out. And of course, who can forget about the Luxo Ball that first appeared in Luxo Jr., the studio's first short film, which can be seen as part of Jack Jack's crib. So if the major connections weren't enough to convince you that these films are all connected, maybe these little details are enough to push you over the edge. What do you think about the Pixar Theory? Is it a possibility or just the mindless ranting of people on the net? Let us know down in the comments below. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe to Screen Rant for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you at the movies.